Welcome back to Superstarglam. Welcome to a new series that I am calling Superstar or Super Dud. Basically, what this video is, it's a mixture of a hits and misses or favorites video, but I'll also be including things that did not work for me, and I plan on doing these on a monthly basis. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you're interested to see what are my superstars and my super duds, then just keep watching. Okay, and just a disclaimer, this is all my personal opinion and what worked and what didn't work for me, and not to say that they are bad or horrible or great products, because they can also work or not work for you as well. So with that said, let's get started. We're going to start with the Superstars, and I have to mention this product first because it is a new purchase for me, and it has previously launched. As far as I know, currently it has not sold out, so if you want to get your hands on it, I would definitely recommend that you do, and that you hurry before it runs out, because if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a limited edition product. This is from Anastasia. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills collab with Amarizi. If you don't know Amarizi, she is the glowing queen on Instagram, and yeah, well, all her pictures are flawless, and she always has the glow no matter what. So she collaborated with Anastasia of Beverly Hills and came out with a highlighter. Now I know they do currently have other products that she is selling, like accessories, but I was very excited when I heard she was coming out with her highlighter, so I jumped on it and got my hands on it. And let me just tell you, someone that loves to glow and basically has a obsession with highlighters, I have to say that first impression, and it is the highlighter that I am currently wearing. The formula of this highlighter is very, very impressive. It is not powdery at all. Like, there is no kickoff. It's like a creamy consistency, and it's so illuminating. Like, this is just me applying it with a brush, and it lays so well on the skin. There have been a lot of products that I have tried in the past and could perhaps have the same consistency, but what happens is when I apply it onto, and it doesn't even matter what brush you use, it just lays beautifully on the skin. It melts onto the skin, and it doesn't look like glittery specks. There are other products that have the same intensity and luminosity, but when you look up close, you can see a lot of like specks of glitter, which I'm not really a fan of, unless that's the look I'm going for. But for like every day, I don't want to walk around and have people in my face looking at glitter in my face. So this product, you can definitely build it up, and I just love the formula of this highlighter. So it's just a very well collab that I definitely recommend that you get your hands on this. It's so good that I've never wanted or contemplated getting a backup. Yeah. Okay. Another product that's also a launch from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I wanted to mention it, are they came out with new bronzers. I got mine in Rich Amber. Now I have to say that I am pretty picky when it comes to bronzers. Yeah, I think that there's gonna be I'm gonna have to start purging a lot of my bronzers that seriously I just don't use. I already have warm tone to my skin tone, And I just don't like when bronzers make me look even more warm or orange almost. Um, I like a neutral shade. And what I've been noticing is that the bronzer shades that I've been gearing towards are for light skin, fair to light skin people, because they don't have so much warm or orange tone to them. They're more on the neutral side. So I gravitate towards those. But for me and my skin tone, I do definitely have to build it up. So anyways, so I picked this one up. I just picked up one shade out of whim, and this is not I'm probably going to go in and purchase a different one, but this product, I'm not really using it as my bronzer. It actually has a very good neutral shade to it that I'm able to use it as a contour shade, which is what I'm wearing it as today. And it's pigmented, but it's not too pigmented where if you apply it you can't blend it out. If you know about bronzers, there's some bronzers that are so difficult to work with that the minute you apply too much, it kind of leaves like patchiness on your face, and then it's hard to blend that out. Well, these are not. These are very it's such a also like velvety creamy consistency, and they blend out on the skin so seamlessly. So I do go on with a new bronzer. Actually, it's not a new bronzer because I have showed it here on my channel. It was a haul, and this one I've been enjoying. I love it so much, so I used it as combination with the Anastasia bronzer. And this to me is like the perfect shade for me. And it is one of my superstars as well. And it is so affordable. It is from Essence. It's the Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. And the shade on it is, like I said, so in my haul, I hauled the one that says for darker skin. And although I liked it, I decided to go on and purchase the one for lighter skin, and that's the one that I have been loving and using a lot. It kind of reminds me of the Marc Jacobs, what is it called? It's the Omega Bronze. The it was a limited edition, the 104 Fantastic shade. I love this one too because of the shade, because it's more like neutral and not too warm. So you can see side by side, this kind of looks a little darker than this one, but this one I feel like I could get away with a little bit. This one I do have to go in a few times to build it up, but like I said, the tone of it is perfect for me. I love it. It's not too warm, and it is the bronzer that I am wearing today. I love these two together. Like I said, I go in as a contour with the Anastasia, and then I blend it out with this bronzer, and it gives me the perfect shade that I'm looking for. And another one that is my superstar, and I'm so glad I picked it up, and it's also a collab. It is from Elf with I Heart the with I keep forgetting her name, I Heart or I Love Heart, here on YouTube. It is called the Heart Defensor. Packaging is really, really sleek and pretty. And this is definitely another highlighter that you should definitely get your hands on. I'm not sure if it is limited edition. I'm assuming it is. So you definitely don't want to miss out on it. I love the fact that it comes with two different shades. I love the name on it as well. It says cream, coffee and cream. And this is another one that has no kickoff at all. Like, it's not powdery. I just swirled my finger on it, and as you can see, there is no powder whatsoever. It is so creamy. I think that the quality is definitely there. So If you don't want to break the bank and get yourself the Emery, or if it sells out, I would definitely recommend this one because it is just as beautiful. It lays on the face so beautifully. It is creamy. It just gives you that wet look. If that's what you're looking for, it gives you the wet natural look, like a lit within highlight. And I love the fact that it comes in two different shades that you can also mix and match, but I love this little guy. So I would definitely recommend that you pick that up if you haven't done so yet. So here's an item that I have recently hauled as well. And I actually didn't think that I was gonna, love it as much as I do. But this is definitely a superstar. It is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Concealer. It looks like this. This is definitely not like full coverage concealer, but it is a really good concealer. I think that this outdoes a lot of my drugstore concealers. I have a lot of drugstore concealers, and most of them I use them more on like the natural days, but they're very, very lightweight. So I either have to combine them with something else to get a little bit more coverage. But this one I would say is like medium to buildable full coverage concealer. I just love that it's not heavy and it gives me the coverage, the enough coverage that I want for every day. It is so good. I got mine in the shade Light, and if you haven't tried it, I would definitely recommend that you try this concealer because it is really good. Another concealer that was also recently hauled, and I just have to put it in my superstars because I just cannot believe how great this product is and how affordable it is. It is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour. This is $7 and it is full coverage. It is the concealer that I am wearing and I have no problems with it whatsoever. It has the full coverage capacity as my Tarte Shape Tape. But for $7, I would definitely, and I hope they continue and stock up because every time I go to Ulta's website, I keep seeing them out of stock in certain shades. So I would definitely recommend this little guy. I feel like at this point, this is the only drugstore concealer that I will be purchasing instead of the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm sorry, but this little guy is comparable and does the job. And if I can save money for only $7, I mean, who wouldn't do that? I love this. Okay, and then now for the Super Dud. Okay, this one's a little short story. So, I'm obsessed with setting powders, translucent powders, finishing powders, whatever. Anything to set my face and make it look flawless. I don't want something that's heavy that looks like I just applied a layer more of product. Like, no, I want something that works, that doesn't have flashback, that sets my under eye as well. I'm just obsessed with setting powders, so I'm always buying setting powders. I'm trying new ones out, and I'm definitely trying a lot of them from the drugstore. Well, the first one that I picked up is from LA Girl, the Pro Powder. And the first time that I tried this, first off, it's very, very messy, just flies everywhere. And it feels really, really nice. It feels really soft. But I went in with my wet sponge and I tried to set my under eye. And about, I don't know, I would say like maybe a few hours later, I started noticing that my eyes were very, very irritated, and they kept watering up around especially around the edges where I had applied the bake. First, I didn't know why, and I had to kind of like remember what did I put under my eye. So that was one. Then I go and I never used that one again. Then I bought the Koki, the HD translucent powder. I heard really good things about this powder, and I felt it. It felt very, very similar to the LA Girl, but I still decided to apply it all over my face, right? Okay. I didn't really experience, because I had already known to stay away from the under eye. I didn't use it for the under eye. I just used it to set the rest of my face. And then the third powder that I purchased, I've also heard really good things about it, and it is from the brand Flower Beauty. I think I was more excited the fact that I had found a Walmart that actually carried this brand, because it's hard to find. So anyways, initially I first opened it up, and to my surprise, it felt just like the other products. I decided to give this one a try and set my under eye with a wet sponge and, put that on. And there was flashback. So I gathered all these translucent powders. I looked at the ingredient, and they all have one thing in common, and it is silica. All of the setting powders that I have, they have a combination of ingredients. So pretty much a lot of the setting powders, and my favorite setting powders, have a combination between talc and silica. Some of them just have talc, and some of them have perhaps other minerals in it, whatever. I haven't really dug into get exactly the ingredients, but all of those are my favorite setting sprays that I prefer. And these all have the common ingredient, which is just plain silica. And I realized that I hate I hate silica. Like, any powder that I have had and I've purchased that just have the ingredient silica are just not that good. I mean, perhaps they do the job in setting the rest of my face, but I just love the feeling that my other powders give me. So for that reason, these all these setting powders that have the ingredient silica are a dud, a super dud for me, and I am just going to get rid of them because there's no point in keeping them in my collection. So that was it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed. Also, give me a thumbs up to let me know if you enjoy my Superstars and Superduds video, and I will continue to make more. And don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.